Vigilance committee is coming by. The sheriff's badge ain't worth a thing when the justice ain't got wings. So we take it into our hands and we make them understand. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. The town's been burning with fear and hate, but we're coming for the ones who sealed our fate. With a rope and a fire in the night, we're gonna make sure they see the light. The law may say it's black and white, but we know it's red and it ain't right. We'll do what the law won't do to see the guilty through. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. The wind it howls like a banshee's cry. Outlaws tremble when we pass by. Ain't no mercy, ain't no grace, just the justice of a hard-pressed place. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. So when the town sleeps and the moon's running high, you'll hear the gallop of the horses stride. And if you're guilty, best be prepared, 'cause the Vigilance Committee will be there.
Hello and welcome to the Vigilance Committee. I'm probably not going to be on the stage very long. I'm going to show an old live stream that I did about 8 months ago for Lion One, and it's about Piqua, Ohio. As you all might remember, we were in Piqua about 2 months ago doing a fraud at there. and So I kind of want to play this. I'm just going to play part of it, so it's not real long. But Andrea actually came up on the panel and spoke. This was back when Nikki and I were partners. So you might hear Nikki on the panel here, as well as myself and Lion One, of course. It was a story that she asked me to do. And of course, her being Lion One, this is not my forte to do stories like this, but since she asked, I did. And this was before I even knew that there was a union out there. She already knew there was a union, but I didn't. So I do want to recognize the chat before I start playing this video. Robert, good to see you. Kev Factor, good to see you. Seven Cities Kid, our guy. William L, nice to see you. Let's see who else we got in here. Howard Clegg. Good. All right. So not a lot of people, but that's okay. You guys didn't have a lot of notice, and I didn't send out any text messages either. So I just did. This was a spur of the moment type thing. that I wanted to do. Real Jingy, very good to see you. Appreciate you being in here. So this again is for Lion One. I'm going to go ahead and present this video. It was a story she was passionate about. So, oh, we've got a rabbit on the screen. Well, that's weird. Okay. Well, let's see where we can start here. Like I said, this is an old live stream that when Nikki and I were partners, we did this for Lion One, covered this story about what was happening with the lithium batteries being burned in Piqua, Ohio, and causing a lot of, they call it toxic tyranny. So this is that story.
Things got the more public records requests and the more that certain individuals went to meetings.
Actually, I'm going to back it up here a little bit. I'm just going to start it when Lion One comes in. There we go.
Huh?
Things are looking up out in your neck of the woods then.
I'm glad that it's more open here. Some places are totally shut off, and I'm glad that we can get a lot more done here. And so if anybody's around here, 200 Ethan Allen Road, Spruce Pine, North Carolina, there's a camp set up. And anybody in the 1A community, just anybody around listening, you're welcome to come here, and there's a lot to do.
So I think for public safety was going into Asheville. Is that anywhere near where you guys are?
Yeah, I'm approximately 60 minutes from like the heart of Asheville, but there's places here that are safe to camp and do all sorts of stuff. So, he's welcome to come here, and Tav knows as well. There are like this area that we have is very safe and secure. So that we have, right? Yeah, here in Spruce Pine. So.
And I've been to that Facebook page, looking at updates and stuff. So on this thing that we're doing here for Piqua, have we missed some things? I'm pretty sure we have, because I had questions all lined up. It was like, what's going on, and where's this happening? Well, why is this happening? How is this happening? The who, what, when, where, and why of it all is what I wanted to get on this. And so the what is they're basically burning lithium batteries, and it even looks toxic. And the effects, the health effects, is a lot of different things. And brain cancer has been brought up numerous times in a lot of these videos that I'm watching. Young people dying of brain cancer.
Right.
And they're saying it's from the effects of this toxic pollution that's been thrown out into the air and in the water.
Yeah.
So,
they burn near 3 raw water sources, and the Miami River flows into the Ohio, which flows into the Mississippi. It's pretty serious.
Oh yeah. So this could be affecting
millions.
Yeah.
So I'm originally from Ohio, by the way. So basically, Alicia had some things going on today.
No, and we understood. Yeah, she
okay, because I didn't know if she told you. So basically, what we were gonna go. Billy and I were gonna go to East Palestine, and he's like, "I feel like we need to go to Piqua," and I'm like, "Okay." So we linked up with Alicia, and she coordinated all those interviews, and we got a good sense of what was going on. And what was happening was last September, I think it was like last September or October in 2023, she did some there were public records requests and different things, and they discovered that they were burning these 40,000 pound lithium batteries at an old water treatment facility right on the river, right by the streams and tributaries and bike paths, like right there. And said it was because BGSU, Bowling Green State University, was doing they have an accredited fire program, and they call it fire training. Well, Piqua was promised, this is going to bring all the firefighters from all around Ohio. And, it sounded like a great thing for the city, and none of that happened. And so that's kind of how Billy and I ended up at BGSU at an event to bring awareness, because most of the staff and students didn't know, and it was an environmental event. And actually it kind of got a little wild there because the video went viral, but she was glad we went because we got our message out there at BGSU, and were able to exercise our First Amendment on that campus. The people, many of the residents there want that contract with BGSU terminated, and they say they stopped the battery burning, but they're not sure if it really has. And the other thing is, there's people want testing done, water, soil, their health, all of that. So that's been hard to get going there, because I guess the mayor and the commissioners decided they didn't want independent testing at that water treatment facility.
I wonder why.
Right.
And
Now,
they can't make money on it, so why would they want to, right? I mean,
right. And like, if people can establish that they have certain things in their blood work, from their blood work, certain heavy metals or just different things that shouldn't be there in their wells, in the city water, in their wells, in their blood work, they've really tried to somewhat thwart and impede that process, because she has brought in someone who can do that independent testing. And I do know that someone took samples near there, near the facility. I've been to the facility, so has Rabbit, and all around that area. And it's interesting because things got the more public records requests and the more that certain individuals went to meetings, they were definitely trying to stop these things coming out in public comment. And they've changed around a lot of the rules in those commissioner meetings there to
kind of block the questioning, block everything.
Yeah,
so there is a question. Can you read the chat here, or?
I can't. So
Okay. So we've got a question here from Army with Harmony. Any environmental studies done before the disposal process? Question. Do you know?
I'm not sure. I think
Okay.
Alicia would probably know that.
And any public comment before the burning started? I doubt that too.
I doubt it. They've done everything, anything to chill speech of anybody, including like out of towners. Just Rabbit and I didn't even talk at those meetings. And after we left, they wanted people to not only dox themselves on their YouTube, but
Nope. Did we? No, there you are. I think you.
Oh, sorry. Did you hear me? They didn't want anybody out of the city limits of Piqua to be able to even do public comment. And I think it's because they were concerned that Rabbit and I would sign up for public comment and say what, tell them off or something. And that simply never happened. When we went there, we did not sign up for public comment because we didn't feel we understood the issues better than any of the people who were already doing public comment. We just simply recorded, you know.
Right.
They definitely
Right.
I mean, a lot of the people outside, obviously, of the city limit are very concerned about their water and soil and their health. So
So I think
it's
how this all started then was they just said that there's going to be like fire training, and it's all going to be a good thing. It's going to be good for the
yeah,
economy, and they were able to get it through, not realizing and not telling the people that they were going to be burning these toxic um, chemicals and metals from the lithium batteries.
right.
And
In
and
in
they
a
were hoping
building
nobody
and
found
building
out.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people were getting sick from some of that burning, and they say it stopped, but I believe it stopped because uh, women women like Alicia and many of the people that I met who signed for public comment and started doing public records requests. I believe that's why uh,
Well, they figured out that they better
they
stop
said
because they're already in tons of trouble with lawsuits, right? Nope. Land one's kind of roboting sometimes.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
and now we can. Lion, can Stephanie wants to know if you can tell us about how you got sick on your visit up there to Piqua.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
sorry.
can hear you. We hear a lot of wind though
Uh,
too. We hear a lot of wind.
oh, sorry. Let me tell you, I'm staying away from trees right now. Anything, if I see
Yeah,
a
I
tree,
don't
I'm
blame
staying
you.
away from one. Right. My throat, actually, Billy was so upset because my throat, it felt like strep throat immediately. And I couldn't resist a coffee and some water. Not it was bottled water, but I think I had ice on it or something. But I had coffee, and I started feeling like I couldn't swallow, and I just got like almost an eczema like uh, going on me uh, from things like that. So it's kind of intense.
That sounds so. It sounds like anybody that's traveling through Piqua, if they're not alerted to what's been going on there, they're unsuspecting
Did
victims
you?
of the water there.
Oh man, my signal's terrible.
It is.
Oh,
Can you hear
can you
us?
guys hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
I
you now.
couldn't for a
You keep
minute.
roboting.
I'm sorry. Basically, I had like strep throat like symptoms and eczema symptoms immediately.
Eczema. So they said that there's like lesions and things from just being there.
Hmm.
Open
Yeah,
sores, all kinds of things.
yeah. Like some of it was like kind of like being scalded by.
Yeah, scalded. That's a good term for it. Yeah, we've heard those reports too.
Hmm.
But they said they stopped, and there's no evidence that they started up again. Then, and I'm sure people are watching to see if they do, probably at night.
Oh, totally. I think there's a unofficial community watch. I'm sure
Yeah,
looking for
Right.
that type of activity. But they really want the community needs to know uh, they need the testing done. And I think it would be a good use of, I think the taxpayers should have that testing done.
yeah,
Um,
and
and
then clean up because you know it's there.
yeah,
You
she
know,
wants to I guess you call it remediation um, they want every molecule cleaned up that shouldn't be there and could be. And I think people want their wells tested, you know, just all that kind of stuff. They
Yeah.
really want to know so they can move forward. Um, there, I did hear a lot about um, different types of cancer, particularly brain cancer there, and it's I think they should be doing testing, and I know that a lot of the what my understanding is it's similar burn pits. I think there were burn pits in Afghanistan. I
Hmm.
think uh, that similar to that, similar to the symptoms of people who've had medical issues from burn pits.
Wow.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
Lion One, well, you've got good signal. I myself want to thank you for taking time out of your recovery efforts to spend time with us.
Well, thank you for featuring this story for Alicia, and I thank you guys for also featuring what's going on in North Carolina and disseminating that information. I appreciate you guys so much for using this platform to bring awareness to what's going on.
Well, we definitely wanted to. And I don't know if you saw Utah Defender with the Weaver County Sheriff's Department, but I even asked them if they got any public candy that we could send to North Carolina. I was on a video
Oh,
for the
did
first
you?
time. Yeah.
That's awesome. What they say?
Well, we answered the question for them. No, you haven't, because you don't do anything worth anything. So, and then we left.
That's so funny.
Uh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, public candy would be great.
Well, yeah, those kids probably haven't had any candy in weeks. So
Right. It's I can't imagine being there's lots of I've seen lots of kids, and you know, I think that the parents are doing the best they can to make things as normal as possible in such unprecedented, you know, circumstances here.
yeah. Well, I wanted to also show when you guys got harassed by a couple of police officers. Um,
Mm-hmm.
remember that video was like 6 months ago when you were there.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to
So
show that.
they were definitely following Alicia. I had learned that before we saw them, and I was like, I bet within a minute or two of being at this facility, there's going to be a police presence, and there was, and they
Yeah.
were definitely following her and keeping an eye on us.
Yeah, they don't want any outside media coming in there and exposing all of this. Well, tough cookies, right? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play this one when you guys were there.
Okay.
Um, just play little snippets of it and stop me if you have any. If you want us to, if you want to chime in on something that's going on in the video.
One
Here-
other thing I'd say before you play it is
Sure.
this type of thing really upset the community there. The whole idea of um, exercising rights. I have never
I think her signal got blown away. She's still
Yeah.
here. We just can't hear
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. Well, I think what she was trying to say too is that the people got really upset that the government is using their henchmen, the police officers, to kind of dissuade the outside media from coming in. Um, and it's like, you know, th- th- that's kind of scary when your own government, is trying to hurt you, um, on purpose with a purpose, all for money, and then they use the police as their henchmen to back up what they're doing to the people. Um, it's kind of it's really kind of it makes you think you're not in America anymore. You're in North Korea or China, and you better just toe the line and not ask questions. So
Well,
uh,
and that's the other thing is that it's a town of 20,000, roughly 20,000 people. So, in that area, there's probably not a lot of people who would actually question the government. So here you have quote unquote outsiders coming in questioning the government, and the people who live there are like, but our government has never done anything wrong to us. Why are you here? Why are you causing all this, you know, these problems in our town? And now the townspeople are learning, hey, your government hasn't been very nice to you.
yeah, and when you've got government entities using the police to try to dissuade and intimidate people from coming in to ask questions about what's been going on, um, that's tyrannical. When we fear the government, there's tyranny. When the government fears us, there's freedom. So we need more of us to have the government fear us instead of them creating fear for us. Um, and this is a perfect example of it. I mean, just look what these police officers do here.
Okay. All right, we're good. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Benghazi Rabbit. I am the White Rabbit. Today, we are on the scene in Piqua, Ohio, doing an investigation. One of our subscribers reached out to us over a First Amendment issue, but in the course of our investigation, we found out there's a lot more going on. So we're checking out some things here in the city of Piqua. And, well, there's a little piggy pig over here trying to intimidate the rabbit as I am gathering my information for the story. So we're going to go over and ask him what's up.
Cliff, can you pause this for a minute?
See what he's doing.
Lion 1, hopefully you can hear me, and hopefully I can hear you. I have Tav on the phone right now, and he is wanting that address of your base camp and whether or not it is before or after Swanania, the burnt pretzel.
Swananoa, burnt pretzel in Swananoa.
Lion 1, are you trying to talk?
Yeah, I think we.
Okay, I think we don't have your voice. You're still connected, so you can type it in the chat or I can just look it up for him.
How about this, dude? Get her to send you an email and respond back in an email and give her my phone number, and she can text me directly if she wants.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll do the looking up for you while we're doing this live. So.
All right. Okay. Thank you. I love you.
All right. Love you.
Oh,
Bye.
hey!
Oh,
Wait!
Hey. I have the address. The address is gonna. Oh, he hung up.
You want to just call him back while we're on live here? Just call him back.
Well, I don't know if Spruce Pine is past Swanania or not. Yes, this is private chat, Lion.
You could text him with that address, because I don't think line one wants it out.
Are you there? No, he hung up.
Okay.
All right. I'll
There's
text
line
the
one's number
address
too.
and the number. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just text that to him.
Thank you, Lion One. And okay, I've got all that. And sorry, guys, for the interruption on our story, but getting supplies and
Supplies
people
are,
to
yeah, takes
our,
precedence.
yeah, sorry. Cliff, you can yell at me later for that.
No, no, we're not going to apologize for it either. It's pretty important to get the stuff up there that's needed. So, so if it interrupts a video, too bad. Here we go.
Doing it over here. And of course, the car's empty. So we're going to check out the vehicle here.
You might be doing something inside the building with someone else. We never know. Is the heat on?
I'll bet it doesn't take long for the cops to show up when he's looking all the way through a police vehicle. Everyone, hey, what's he doing near my car? My car. They always take possession of public property, right? Here we go.
Oh, that's amazing.
We're out here on Route 66 for the location. We'll go ahead and get all the traffic. Hello there. Okay. This is city property.
Just look at the look on his face. Look at those eyes too. Like, what are you doing here? This is city property. You can't be here.
You're not allowed to be here. If you want to film, you're more welcome to cross the street. Okay. Where do you say that's at? The sign actually is right here. It actually fell down. Which is why I'm not charging you. So, which is why I'm not charging you. I'm just asking you to leave. Well, unfortunately, I can't see the sign, so I can't. Okay. Well, I'm verbally telling you, you can't. As per the GIS, this is public property. I will say. Please leave. No.
Please leave. No. No. Now what?
Where's my trespass warning? I'm warning you right now. Please enter the property. Please give me the trespass warning and writing for my way. I'm giving right you now. Verbally. You audio recorded it. I'm audio recording it. Please leave. I would like that writing, please. I don't know what you're talking about. All states that you're about to trespass, I request.
I'll never understand why these police officers think that they can trespass somebody from public property. I don't get that, Nikki.
I
just
don't either. I have no idea. So
it's like you're walking. It's the same thing. You're walking down the sidewalk and they try to trespass you from the frickin' sidewalk. I understand it's a limited public forum, time, place, and manner restrictions, but there's no sign saying he can't be there. There's nothing, and yet the signs blew down or whatever. Well, it's not up, so you don't have any signage. Well, I'm telling you now. Well. It's like, and we didn't really get to see the sign yet either to see if there's even a statute attached to it. So it's just ridiculous.
You're my attorney. You need to get. You're more welcome to stand across the street. I'm going to stand right here because you're trying to say something that is not true. Want me to just flip over the sign? If that proves it. Yeah. So, all right. Where does that normally go? It's pretty obvious. No, actually, it's not. You can see right where it was stuck in the ground. So please leave. This is where it was? Yes. So can I have it in writing? No, you can leave. I can't have it in writing. You can request a copy of my report. Okay, what's the report? I'll give it to you here. Right please. Please leave. No, give me the report number so I can have all the appropriate information. I'll give you the report number right now. Will you leave? I just told you that. the information from my attorney. You're not going to do it. I'm not trying to. Yes, you are. You're trying to do bullshit things over some fucking sign that's not posted. Come on. You should learn how things work, dude. These are the fucking pigs you got to deal with. No wonder you guys need help.
Yeah, you could tell he did not like that very well. Yeah.
Well, do they ever like it?
Oh no. As soon as he starts cussing, though, he really didn't like it. Just look at the look on his face. You know he wants to go hands on. You know he
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
I'm sending addresses back and forth. Sorry.
Perfect. No, you don't have to apologize. Um, that's taking care of business right there. And like I said, it's more important than just a video. Although this is a story that does need to get out there.
Yes, it does. And that's why I'm apologizing because I should not be multitasking while we're trying to do a story, taking
Yeah,
precedence away from the story.
well,
But I should be
it's
good now.
excusable. Yeah, it's excusable anyway because that is a more emergent. I mean, they're both emergent, but that one is more so. People need supplies to survive, so it's
Yes.
survival up there. So
And I did let Lion, since you're still listening, I did let Tav know that when he gets to Morganton is when he needs to make his decision on which way to go because where he's going is about an hour away from where you guys are, and you guys are more north than where he's going. So he'll probably be calling me in about half an hour to let me know where he's going. Maybe, if he remembers. But you
uh,
guys might be seeing Tab short, in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, who knows? Um, maybe 3 or 4 hours if he goes on into Swanania and then comes back. But he does have the address, and I told him that Morganton is where he needs to make his decision on which way to go. So, um, I guess we'll see where he ends up. Who knows with him? Okay,
if lithium
sorry.
catches if lithium catches fire, it requires specialized extinguishing agents, as water can react violently with it. Yeah, no, I get that, and that's why they were doing like training on how to put out lithium batteries or whatever. But
Yeah,
then they
you've
realized
gotta have a
just
foam
gotta let it burn.
you've gotta have a foam extinguisher containing CO2, powdered graphite, ABC dry chemical, or sodium carbonate.
And then even after you get it put out, you're supposed to wait because it can reignite. And so they finally just figured out we should just let it burn. So that's the training they have now.
Yeah,
Just let it burn. So,
just let it burn.
ridiculous. Yeah, just let it burn.
Hey, give me the information I requested. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you.
You see, he's asking for that information so he can get. What is he trying to get out of that from the? The report, right? And he's, why he's trespassing him from public property. Uh, because he said he wanted everything in writing. The guy said, "Well, I'm going to do a report on it. You'll be able to get it then." And so he's asking for the report number 3 times now. I don't understand why this cop keeps stalling. Um,
Yeah, I know. It sucks dealing with people like
It's like, what do you call that? Awkward silence, Nikki?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, awkward silence. He's supposed to give him this number, and he's just stalling, looking at him like, I don't know what to do here.
people that know the laws know all the rights. Okay. You like losing qualified immunity? Even though what qualified immunity is? Yes, you do. Okay. You like losing it? It's just speech property. Yeah, fuck it. You didn't want to fucking ask for it. Okay. You're not God. You can't direct me around like that. Yeah, it sucks having a phone. No, that's not the issue. What's the issue? Trying to cover up fucking corruption? No, I'm just trying to work out some other things. What are you working on? What are you trying to hide? Trying to hide stuff? Can we look into you? This case number? So, if I request the public records.
Yes, that is the report. Please leave the
What's the
property.
report's going to say?
That you're out here and you were asked to leave.
Okay, and we'll do Will you put in a work order for this, or will you request the work to be done?
Request that be fixed. Yes, please leave.
Will that also be notated in the report?
Yes, please leave.
Thank you for notating that report. May I have your name and badge number?
You certainly can. You want a business card?
They haven't dealt with anybody like the Benghazi Rabbit, have they? They didn't know what to do with him. I love it.
Well, and that's what I was saying. You know, kind of what Lion One was saying, how the people of the community, you know, didn't want outsiders coming in and questioning the government. You know, those cops have never dealt with anyone like that, and you're seeing it.
Yeah. Yep. I like this too, Deb Anderson. Butter cream for pig, cause B Rabbit isn't just obeying him. That's right. All right. Let me get this. I know I got some more videos here that I want to share. Here's some shorts. I'm going to play real quick here.
Are you watching them, or are we?
We are. I got it now. I got it. All right. Here's a short here.
And I think that it speaks volumes to the city that they did not feel the need to wear protective gear when they walked out there. Even though in theory, if all of those theories about how contaminated the site is are true, they would have been putting their lives on the line. It has been discussed that the site was so contaminated that animals are dying, that there is an ongoing danger to the police officers and the firefighters that will be using the training facility. There's a lot of families in the city who they've got anxiety and stress as to whether or not that is true. There's businesses looking to invest in the city and trying to figure out whether or not that's true. And while we are still waiting on the fire committee's final report, I think as a interim answer as to whether or not the danger out there should be taken seriously to the point of we need to evacuate the site, turn it into a Superfund site. I don't think that we've got any evidence of that, and I think that the fire committee going out there to visit and tour without wearing protective equipment shows that they did not take that risk seriously either.
You are being completely inappropriate.
State your name. Excuse me. State your name.
208 North
And
Downing.
Tone it down.
Co-chair, by the
Tone
way,
it down. Tone it down.
of the fire committee.
Thank you.
Now,
Did she just
Well,
say she was the co-chair of the fire committee?
I'm not sure that's what she said, but tone it down. Interrupting her. She doesn't have to give her name and address. She doesn't have to do all of that stuff. And so I call this. I mean, they know that she's not on their side. They know that she's going to say some things that they don't like. So they're going to interrupt. They're going to talk over her. They're going to tell her to tone down. Um, what do we call that? It's a bias. Because she's disagreeing with them. It's I'm trying to think
Prejudicial
of the term.
bias?
Yeah, content. What do you call? What does dreaded rabble rouser?
Prior restraint?
Lawrence accountability call it. They call it. Um, I'll come up with it later. Let's finish playing this.
Confirmation bias?
Perhaps we made a mistake in not wearing protective clothing out there. We already explained that to you, and you are trying to use this as a gotcha moment, and I think everybody can see what you're doing.
I'm being very transparent with what I'm
You
doing.
are being transparent.
Viewpoint discrimination. She's got a different viewpoint than them, so they're discriminating against her, and they really don't want her talking.
And
Viewpoint discrimination.
actually, she did say she was co-chair of the fire, whatever, because she just said, yes, we made a mistake by not wearing protective gear out there.
So he was trying to gaslight. They didn't even wear protective gear, so it's not all that big of an issue. And she's saying, yes, it is. We made a mistake. Yeah, they didn't want her talking.
Transparent. You are being very transparent.
Yeah, you were being very transparent. Transparent that you don't want us saying anything. That's how transparent you are. Have another short here too. Play it. Stop burning batteries.
So fuck you.
I guess they're ticked off about that burning. Stop it. Stop burning batteries. I like it. This looks like a okay, contaminant. Okay, so this guy I believe is like he had the water, the drinking water tested. We'll play that one here. Another short, only it's in portrait view.
They were burning batteries. Remember, you can't find what you don't look for. You don't know everything. If they were burning some plastics and incomplete combustion, you need such dioxide, SPOCs, cobalt, and all the metals, and where it's all tested. And you know, this WSP looks like a qualified company. You know, do they document it? Do they have videos? Where's their all their chain of custody in their labs? These kind of questions. And again, this should be a professional.
I like that statement, line one. And when they try to trespass citizens during public comment, that ticks people off, and it never works. So I don't even understand why they'd be stupid enough to even try it. But I'm glad that you mentioned it here. It didn't work. It's never going to work. People don't scare easy, especially Americans that are being done wrong. They're really worried about outsiders, that outsiders will feature this situation on their platforms, be covered by independent journalists and mainstream media. And that was going to be a question, too, that I was going to ask. Has mainstream media even picked up on this? Has there been any stories? I thought there were some stories about East Palestine on the national news, but I haven't heard anything about this one at all. Do we know? They know auditors and cop watchers exist now and might show up, okay? But mainstream media, has mainstream media even picked up this story at all? That's what I'd like to know. Anybody got answers? Yes, mainstream has covered it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. But they just covered it what? Once, twice, and Now you don't hear anything? They just covered it when it was hyped up, and then now they're gone when they're trying to get somebody to clean up the mess. I'll bet that's the case. Yeah, I know East Palestine was very covered. Yes, it was. I remember the national stories on that one. None of the battery companies are stepping up to solve the problem either. Well, of course not. They're all about, profits, right? They don't want to clean up their mess. Okay, so Piqua a couple of times. I think the result of independent testing will probably get some mainstream media attention. Okay, I hope so.
Respectful dialogue that, that the community deserves to know. And I'd work with anybody under anything. If you can see here, aluminum, cobalt, iron, lead, lithium, and manganese were detected, in concentrations exceeding drinking water criteria. Now, you need to be for what that means. You really don't know at this point. You need to, and again, like I said, there's no need to panic. No one's instilling fear. If you understand.
So Stephanie Jenks says, okay, you're good. You put up the link for news stories. Okay, Piqua burning batteries. Okay. I also want to let people know, go to Save Piqua. That's and it's got a space in between it. That's a YouTube channel of the lady that we've been talking about, who first basically broke this story. And this is her secondary channel. Please go there and subscribe and share her videos. Leave a comment. Let her know that the Vigilance Committee sent you folks. And then, because I kind of want to promote this channel, because this is her channel strictly about Piqua, right? And so I think that more people need to go there and view the videos that she's got there. And this one was done about 2 months ago. So please go there.
Wow. Wow.
What's that?
Lyon's comment. Initially, the commissioner said independent testing would be allowed at the old water treatment facility. However, when the experts came to town to do the testing, they rescinded permission to test and allow access to the site.
So they're not even allowing access.
No. So they know. They know.
They know the
Deep
answer.
down, they know the answer.
Mhm.
And if they're not going to allow testing at the water treatment facility, then residents need to have their own water testing done.
Mhm.
And they're going to have to come together.
Well, it's public property, so it's. I mean, it's restricted access, but that doesn't. If the townspeople got together and said, "Hey, no, no, we're coming on that property and we're going to get our water tested. It's ours, and this is our public lands, not the city commissioners." I mean, they might have a fight on their hand and they might use the police to stop them, but something needs to get done there. That's for sure.
The thing is, Cliff, is in the water treatment facility, it is going to be a restricted area, meaning that they can keep people out because of all the machinery. And if they want to get testing right from the source, they would have to be allowed in the water treatment facility. However, with it being a restricted area, there's nothing that you can do. So you are going to have to test it
Civil
as
disobedience.
close to you can.
Civil disobedience has been tried and worked in the past. But yeah, I mean, there's a bike path and water publicly accessible behind it, so they can get close, just not directly on it, but they can still test that water there. Absolutely, as long as they're not in the inaccessible areas, they can still test the water very close by. especially if it's
Right.
downstream. Then it's the same water coming down. So
Right. But the thing is, like Stephanie said, the soil testing, independent soil testing was $75,000. Do you think that the people in the community actually have the money to have independent testing done?
yeah, I don't know. They probably got a lot of medical bills.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a lot of us drawing attention to it and working and
Yeah, there's got to be more public outcry to get them to test what's been going on there.
right to take care of our neighbors, to let them know, hey, this is what's going on here. You've got the government, the EPA, and everybody allowing this.
Mhm.
And then when the questions started, they stopped, supposedly.
Well, here's the thing too. So the EPA said you had a permit, but not for this. So they didn't have a permit, yet they kept burning anyway for a while.
Mhm.
I don't understand that at all. Um, anyway, let's finish up this one.
What the contaminants are, and you look for everything. You can remediate it, and if you've got exposure issues, you can talk to a doctor.
Yeah. That
And yes, Mr. Carey, there was an agreement. The University of Bowling Green did create the bridge. However, it had to be approved by the EPA and the actual city for them to burn it where they're burning it. And I that's a good idea, Maxter. The residents should contact Ohio University. Might interest someone in making it a grad school project.
or at least get these university students interested in the story. Maybe get more exposure that way through the students. Students love to protest.
Right. And the more, once again, the more people that we can get involved with questioning the government, the more people that we actually have on our side. If this is something that's gonna, get people involved, then yeah, we did right by covering it, at least in my opinion.
I think so too. And that's all the videos I have and wanted to go over. So be sure and subscribe to any one of those channels where we played a video. I believe that the mods did put links in there for all those channels. And be sure and hit the like, subscribe, share this video out as well. And after the show is over, please put some comments in our comment section, because we do answer all of our comments as well. If it's not Nikki, it's me. Most of the time, it's Nikki. Sometimes I do it though too.
I just push buttons.
She pushes a lot of buttons, and she's good at it too. So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have a channel without Nikki. So. Whew. Well, I guess I do have a channel without Nikki. It was a lot easier though with her. And it's water under the bridge. Nikki is awesome. Still love her very much. I actually got to meet her when we were on our travels. She lives in Illinois, and we all went out and had pizza together. Her husband, her son, and me, and people with Press Harder, and Brandon Mitchell, and we had a good time. We bonded, and just so you guys are aware too, when we started our investigation into Line One's death, we went to a lot of places. A couple of months ago, I did a live stream from Piqua, Ohio, and towards the end of it, I actually went upstairs and asked this woman about the lithium battery situation, and she referred me to a person, I can't remember the name, and I said, so this is the only person that can have an opinion on what happened with the burning of the batteries? And she said, yeah, that's who you need to talk to. So they're all still mum's the word about what happened with those batteries being burned and all the toxins being let out into the air and into the water. So that's an ongoing story. Anyone that speaks up at the city and city council, they are retaliated against. And Save Piqua just did a video, I believe it was day before yesterday, and it was a live stream, and it showed. I mean, they've had some wins too. When we were there, the Constitution was out in the hallway upstairs, along with the Declaration of Independence, and she was watching that live stream, and they had won some sort of a settlement about being able to speak um, at the podium using their First Amendment rights. And part of their settlement agreement was they had to put the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence on the wall in the meeting room. And apparently she saw that they had it outside of the meeting room. And so she went down there. And the next time she went down there, it was inside the meeting room where it was supposed to be in the first place. So, but yeah, there was other reasons that we were in Piqua besides just doing a fraudit there, and it was a fraudit. I actually did an ADA records request to find out if they were ADA compliant, and I don't remember. I know that Phoenix sent out a plethora of emails, and I think they are now in compliance. I'll have to check my emails because he copies me on all the emails when I do an ADA fraudit or audit. We like to call it fraudit to give the trolls something to talk about. Another video that was done in Piqua too, if you go to Press Now's channel, and I don't think I have a mod in here right now to put in Press Now's channel, so let me find it real quick. And I'd like everybody to go watch his last video. It was on Piqua, and it was a conversation that he had with a couple of HVAC guys. So let's see. Let me get that link. At People Press Now. I always, for some reason, don't type it in right. I have a hard time finding this channel. This is a channel, of course, people doesn't own any of his channels, but it's a platform that he is able to put videos up on. And I'd like everybody to go watch his last video. You'll really get a good idea about people's philosophy. He very much knows the Constitution. He breaks it down word for word, even breaks down those words, defines them. He fine tunes his belief in the Constitution, and he kind of explains there's a difference between people, persons, citizens, and others. If you watch that video, you'll kind of get a really good idea. So I've dropped his link in the channel, go to the video section and watch his, I think it's his last video. Let me double check here real quick. Yeah, it's called Rabbit Holes, Pickwood, Clean and City Hall Gets Fraudited by a, by a know-it-all with nothing better to do. And then in the description he writes, just as the rascally rabbit thought it was safe in his hole, people showed up and started digging up bones in Piqua, Ohio. So Brandon Mitchell was there, Broken System, Broken Trust, and myself, and people with Press Harder. If you guys watch that video, it'll really give you a lot of insight as to who People really is and why he's called People. That's all I've got for this evening. Thank you all for being here, and we'll see you on the next one. Here comes the outro.
Well, the sun sets low on the dusty plain. Justice walks slow, but it ain't the same. The law can't reach and the sheriff's gone. So we take the reins and we right the wrong. The vigilance committee's here when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hands where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. Outlaws hide in the hills so steep, but we track them down while the town's asleep. No badge on our chest, but we swore an oath. Justice and accountability, we want both. They call it the Vigilance Committee when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hands where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. We ain't no angels, but we ain't the sin. When the law won't listen, that's when we begin. With a steady hand and a fire in our soul, we bring the justice, we pay the toll. They say it's a game that the brave must play, but the lines get blurry when the law won't sway. Ain't no judge, ain't no jury here, just the cold wind blowing and a voice you can hear. They call it the Vigilance Committee when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hands where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. So when the law can't save you and you're all alone, just remember the Vigilance Committee, we'll be taking you home.